Hi there. Welcome to History Fort Lauderdale's opening of the Dillard Center for the Arts, History Fort Lauderdale collaboration, Black History, Black Future. Today we have a few of the featured artists on screen with us, coming live to you from Dillard Center for the Arts. Welcome everyone. Thank you for being with us today. And I'd like to start off by welcoming and introducing my co-host and co-curator for this exhibition, Mr. Celestin Joseph.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Tara, for introducing me. My name is Celestin Joseph, and I am one of the lead instructors over at Dillard Center for the Arts, teaching AP 2D design and AP drawing portfolios. They're on the campus, and these are a lot of my wonderful students who are on board with us today. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Celestin. So what we are going to do is we're going to give you a little journey into the exhibition, as well as a short commentary and greeting from each of the featured artists. We'll go ahead and go straight to the artist talk because I don't know how to find. I have a exhibition sneak preview. Here, let's just find it this way. Share. Here we go. Can you guys see that?
Yeah, it's coming up right now.
Loading. Okay, good.
Hi, Tara Chadwick here. I am broadcasting to you from the New River Inn building of History Fort Lauderdale. I wanted to give you a sneak preview of our Black History, Black Future exhibition of art by AP students from Dillard Center for the Arts. And you can see behind me a few works by alumni of the Dillard Center for the Arts.
So, without further ado, I am going to hand it back over to Mr. Celestin to introduce our first student artist guest. And just let me know which picture that we're going to be working with, and I'll put it up on screen.
Okay. I'm looking at the students just from my screen view, and I'm looking at Mikhail over there on the top right. So I'm going to start out with Mikhail Morrison. Mikhail Morrison is a sophomore in our program. She's has a couple of pieces in the exhibition that she can talk about and highlight for you guys and explain them. So Mikhail, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you. And if you can just talk about the work that Tara is going to bring up on screen here.
Okay.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Mikhail Morrison. I'm in the 2D art class, 2D art and design class for Mr. Joseph. And the piece I'll be explaining will be shown soon. This piece that I made is called above gravity. And I made this for an assignment, and I wanted to do a piece on Afro hair. And to do that in an abstract form, I had to think of how I could do this with a theme and story behind it. So what inspired me into doing this was how I've always considered Afro hair as to be really beautiful, and I wanted to incorporate that into how people would back then used to think, how Afro hair was nappy and was unkept and wasn't really approved of. So and in a way they say it defies gravity. So that's why I named it Above Gravity.
Oh, wonderful, Mikhail. Thank you for going through and giving us some detailed information on that piece. Just amazing work. All right. Let's go on to Liana here. Liana Biles has 4 pieces in the exhibition. So we can bring up one of her pieces, Tara, for her to talk about. And Liana is a sophomore this year in the program. Inside of the AP drawing class. So Liana, can you go ahead and just intro yourself real quick as Tara pulls up the work?
Okay, like you said, I'm Liana Biles. I'm a student at Dillard Center for the Arts. And I'm a sophomore. And this is my piece. Well, it's a piece from a series that I did for a project. And basically, in all the pieces that I did, I put the main focus on this subject right here. Just a little context about the photo. It's actually a photo of a relative of mine. It's my kid cousin, and he's very dear to my heart. And he's always over at my house all the time. So I decided to do a project just on him, just for the fun of it. And all for a whole day, I just followed him around, just took pictures of him doing just everyday things. And in this picture, you see that he's eating his apple slices, and I was actually right beside him eating apple slices as well. But the thing that made this picture so special is that I don't get to see him all the time, you know, especially during the things we're going through right now in this point in time. I just really cherish the time that I had to spend with him. And these pieces this really means a lot, you know, especially the process. It was a very fun process making these pieces, you know, figuring out how I want them to look, the style that I was going for, where I wanted people to feel, and constant that I did in all these pieces where I just wanted to shine light on him, just to make him feel as if he's the focus. Like nothing matters, just him doing his everyday things, making him feel that he's the center of attention. Especially, I used light a light source as a way to highlight him, especially in that piece you're seeing right now. This was the first piece that I did. You know, I experimented a lot with the different styles that I wanted, and I eventually came out with this. And you know, I was looking at it, and I felt this is what I wanted people to feel, just comfortable, like at home. It's like a normal day. Dawn is setting. You know, it's dusk, and just feeling like a normal evening at home, you know, especially we're always at home all the time now. You know, it's just nice to feel that some things don't change, and that's just being with your family and just doing regular things like taking a nap, you know, especially all the, you know, constant commotion outside and everything's always going up and down. I just wanted people to feel at ease with my pieces. just calm and just be able to relate. Because everyone has that little kid cousin or brother or sister, maybe even a friend that you know. And, it's just nice to feel like, okay, this person, understands that sometimes you just need to calm down and just enjoy the moment. Especially, I do consider these pieces close to my heart because of the kid cousin I have there. It's been a while since I've seen him, and I just hope when I get to see him again, I can show him these pieces, and then he'll be, happy to see that. Oh wow, look at me. Especially the way I went about drawing them. It did take me a while to do all four, but they were precious learning moments. I learned a lot from this project, especially developing my digital art skills. I just wanted to try something new 2020. All these pieces I did were in 2020. And I just wanted to expand my range, just learn new things. And this project really helped me do it.
Thank you so much, Brianna, for that. Just really amazing. Just your growth and your experience in terms of your exploration with this body of work. So thank you. And next, I want to have Aaliyah come on. Aaliyah, can you go ahead and introduce yourself and let everyone know who you are and what grade you're in as Tara pulls up one of your works so we can take a look at it?
Yes. My name's Aaliyah Matthews, and I'm a senior at Dillard Center for the Arts. And so this piece is titled Caged Soul. And so what I wanted to represent in this piece is the different what's been addressed in the African American community, especially recently with the summer of 2020 and the different injustices that have that people have shed light on. And so I took some caged wire and wrapped it around a black styrofoam head that I kind of sculpted with a little clay and gauze. And so this kind of represents how the soul kind of feels caged with the different events and stuff surrounding being Black in America. And I also took a little bit of the gauze and wrapped it around the cage to kind of show the walls breaking down. And this a modern totem in my collection of other totems that will stack together to tell a narrative about society and being African American in America.
Thank you so much, Aaliyah.
Thank you, Aaliyah.
There oh, see the cage kind of, yeah.
Okay. You were having a little of a lag on your connection there, Aaliyah, at the end. But thank you so much for that. So Aaliyah, had been working in 3D sculpture this year and developing an amazing body of work. And you can see that in what she's presented today as a part of the exhibition that we have at History Fort Lauderdale. So, she's going to graduate this year, and I'm sure go off to do some amazing things in her career as an artist. So, it's just really astonishing to see how much time and effort and work. And Aaliyah was in one of the previous exhibits from I think either last year or the year before as well, in the Black History Month exhibit. So she's been quite prolific at exhibiting her work as well as showing her work in different venues. So thank you so much, Aaliyah, for that. All right. And let's see, let's hop on over to Tayshawn. are you able to come on for us, introduce yourself, and then share a little bit about some of your work that Tara will pull up for us here?
All right. I'm a sophomore at Dillard, and I've been here for 2 years. And originally I did most of my sketches like on paper, but this year I decided I was going to try doing a lot of digital art, and so that's where the majority of my art comes from. I've also been in the 3D class, so I also have a sculpture that's being featured in the show. And this is an abstract piece that was supposed to symbolize like a sort of agony that it feels being judged based off of your skin. There was a lot of sharp angles in this piece that I wanted to implement so that people would understand this is supposed to symbolize like pain. The way the arm is retracting backward and flexing as if it's repulsed or it's scared. It doesn't want to get anywhere near these pointy triangles that are just showing such hostility towards it. And the accents in this piece are just everywhere, and I chose to make them red just because that color is like powerful and it shows like pain, agony, it symbolizes blood. And it has these flesh tones to it that make it look like a muscle, like peeled skin. Just so that people would look at this piece and understand that it's supposed to symbolize that people are in pain, people feel agony, people are scared, and people really feel bad about what's happening right now. And so they feel repulsed, they want to get away, they want to move away from all these things that are making them feel bad. And that's something that's really prevalent in the Black community right now, especially since we all know what happened with George Floyd recently, and a lot of things have been trivialized that were actually really important. And so this piece is really just meant to symbolize a lot of raw emotions that people were feeling at the time.
All right. Thank you, Tayshawn. Terrific. Wow. Just, just amazing insight when you hear these young people talk about their work and, the different experiences. I mean, just in the past year, I mean, we all have experienced a whole lot. And just to get their insight as young people through their artwork and through their creativity is just amazing to see and also to hear, because we're all impacted in different ways by what happens in our world and the many things that are going on. So it's just really refreshing to, have artwork to look at that not only expresses that, but also challenges us to think and, have some introspect as to what's going on in the world around us. So thank you for that inside of your work, you guys. Okay, so let's go on to another artist. Thank you again, Tayshawn. And Janaya, I see you there in the center of my screen, so I'm going to go to you. And if we can have you introduce yourself and tell us who you are and what grade you're in, we'll go ahead and pull it.
And also in the beginning, describe your work so I can find it.
Yes. Which piece do you want Tara to pull up for us?
Hi, I'm Janaya Pascal. I'm a senior in Dillard High School, and my piece is the one with the blue and red head.
I'm sorry, the one with what? There's a little bit of distortion.
It's a head with the colors blue and red.
Nero, the sculptural piece with the migraines.
Can you go ahead and describe it? And I'm going to pull it up right now, but just go ahead and you can still talk about it as I'm getting it up.
Okay, sure. So basically in this piece, I wanted to portray the feeling, tension that we feel when we get a headache. So I did one head kind of like split into two to kind of intensify the feeling of that tension. And I had put wires to kind of keep the heads together to portray this. And then Kate inside of the head is like one big neuron, because neurons are what trigger our headaches. Kind of, it deals with that.
And there it is, neuro. Thank you so much for that amazing explanation. You know, it was interesting putting it in the case because it looks really heavy. And then when I went to actually pick it up and place it, it really wasn't all like, it wasn't as heavy as I thought it was going to be. And I was wondering, you know, like, cause like sometimes when we do art shows, like the process requires me to receive a photo as well as an artist statement and an explanation of the work before it's accepted. But in this case, you know, like it's pretty much all up to Mr. Celestin, like what comes in. And so, but it like I have the piece and I had the title Neuro, but I was wondering about it. I was like, you know, is it a representation of an undersea creature? Is it, you know, like, is it you know, a Venus flytrap? What is the meaning behind it? But now that I understand, like now that you've explained it, like it just makes it all that much more brilliant because, you know, like, you know, looking at it as a visual representation of the pain as well as the science that happens to produce that pain is just absolutely fabulous. Congratulations and thank you.
Yes, wonderful work.
Thank you.
Wonderful work. Thank you, Janaya. All right. So let's go ahead and move on over to Jennifer. I'm looking at Jennifer here on my screen. And Jennifer, if you can introduce yourself, give us your grade, and let us know which piece you're going to talk about.
Hi, my name's Jennifer Turner. I'm a junior at Dillard Center for the Arts. I'll be talking about two pieces today in the exhibition. The first one would be Multiples. It's the one with the 4 individuals, the figures. So first off, for Multiples, I firstly created this piece on the basis of an idea of alter egos within an individual. Just basically the different ideas and thoughts that go within our minds, and just the different concepts that could be expressed within just different aspects of our own personality. I wanted to make a visual depiction of that, and mainly you could see different aspects of someone's personality via action, dialogues, or thoughts, but I wanted to make a actual depiction that you could see for yourself of just the different aspects of someone's personality, or as you could say, alter egos. The subject depicted is myself, and I just wanted to there's no better portrait or face that I know of better than myself, I guess, or to depict, and I just wanted to depict different alter egos as a representation of that theme. The next piece would be Altered Realities, and Altered Realities is a 36 by 24 inch, basically with the medium of acrylic and dip inks. I basically made Altered Realities as a large collage of different settings and pieces, solely based on the emotion felt within each setting. The surrounding text is made with calligraphy dip ink, and basically it's poetry describing the setting or emotion throughout the piece. It's an individual trying to find herself within each setting and emotion. And one of the main ideas or quotes from the poetry would be stated, "The peak of fantasizing my own reality with my daydreams left me in eternal hesitation with my own consciousness. because everything was butterflies and roses until unwanted desperation sunk in my mind, and the yearn for comfort was unbearable because it felt like my own screaming was silenced. And then you listened to my despair from a distance and helped me make room for healing. So it's basically the ideology of an individual trying to find herself within the different settings. And you could see that by the gradient values of the colors in between and just the whole collage of the setting in general. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Wow. So just some amazing insight into both of those pieces. So really appreciate that. And, you know, it's always so refreshing, as I've said before, just to hear these guys explain this work. I mean, I've heard them explain it, but each time I learn something new. So just in their explanation. So that's just terrific. So thank you again, Jennifer, for that. Naima Cornelius, I think you are my last person on screen that I'm able to see. So I'm going to have you go ahead and come on forwards and just go ahead and give your name and your grade and talk about your pieces so Tara can pull it up. Thank you.
Okay, I am Naima Cornelius and I am a junior at Dillard Center for the Arts. My piece basically represents like the beauty of Black women, and I was inspired by an image similar to it, and something that stood out to me was the composition. And
Naima, can you move a little bit, tiny bit closer to your mic and also speak a little tiny bit louder? I'm not sure where your mic is, but it's a little tiny bit hard for me to hear you, and I'm not sure which piece I'm pulling up yet.
Oh, can you hear me better now?
It still needs to go a little louder. I don't know if your microphone's too far away from your mouth.
Or maybe there's a setting. Yeah, that's a little better. And then just talk a little extra slow, because since we're hearing, we can hear you, but it's a little hard to get the sounds properly. Thank you.
Okay. I am Naima Cornelius, and I am a junior at Dillard Center for the Arts. My piece basically represents the beauty of Black women, and something that inspired me was an image similar to it, and the composition of it really stuck out to me, along with the variety of skin tones. So I wanted to basically recreate that with the image.
Tara, did you get that piece? Which one it was? Okay, got it. As that comes up on screen, we'll get a chance to see it.
Sorry, I have it on my screen. It's just that my computer's going slow.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to zoom this. That's the only bad thing, but I'm going to try.
I think your computer's ready for lunch too.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, there we go. Can you guys see it?
Yeah,
No?
It's in the corner.
Oh, weird.
Hasn't come up.
On my screen, it's coming up full.
It might just be delayed inside of StreamYard.
Sorry. Let's see. Let me just try it one more time. Stop sharing. Share screen. App window. Entire screen. Let's see. How about now?
Yeah, there it is. You got it.
Whoops. Oh, this is tricky. I'm going to stop sharing now. You got your glimpse.
Thank you. So anything additional you want to add to that, Naima? I mean, now that we got a quick glimpse of it, because you talked about the different shades of melanin in skin. So, and you can see that was a clear representation of what was on screen there that she created. Did you mention your inspiration for that one?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So is that everyone now that has spoken? I think, yeah, that's everyone. All right, Tara, I'm going to kick it back over to you then. See if you want to close it out.
There we go. All right. You know, I just wanted to say thank you to each of you for allowing us to share your works at the museum, and a big, gigantic thank you to Mr. Celestin, because really he does the bulk of the work for this exhibition on, you know, figuring, you know, like every year around August, I'm like, so, you know, are we gonna do this again in January? And, you know, it really does depend on you guys, you know, like on your art. And this year was so questionable because, you know, I was like, I know so many students are struggling in so many ways. So many teachers are struggling. There's so much more work that everyone has to do right now. So thank you, Mr. Celestin, and thank you to each of you artists for the work that you're, you know, that you're doing, the huge, gigantic amounts of work that you're doing each and every day. And, you know, maintaining your creativity is just something that's so important, I think, for everyone right now.
You're welcome.
And I just also wanted to remind everyone to come out and see the exhibition in, you know, in the flesh. You have to wear a mask if you do come inside the building, but we are open 10 to 4 daily. And the exhibition will be up through February 28th. I do need to say thank yous to Broward County Board of County Commissioners who provided funding for this project as recommended by the Broward Cultural Council, and also sponsored in part by the State of Florida Department of State Division of Cultural Affairs and the Florida Council on Arts and Culture. I just also wanted to say a special thank you to Tayshawn Small and Mikhail Morrison for providing their images Above Gravity and Only Skin Deep for use in the promotion of the exhibition. And I look forward to all the work that you guys are going to do in the future as well. Thank you for taking the time out, and please say thank you to your teachers for allowing you to be here with us during your during our class time.
And one last small mention, just so everyone knows, the student work that is on exhibit is also for sale. So if anyone's interested in purchasing a piece when you go on through and you see the exhibit, the staff there at History Fort Lauderdale will be able to help you with making a purchase if you'd like. Thank you so much, Tara. And thank you so much, students. You guys did a great job. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Have
Bye-bye.
a good day.